The world is full of moments that happen too fast to understand, yet powerful enough to make millions of people watch them again. A streak of light tears across the night sky. A massive wall of snow swallows an entire mountainside. A tornado appears in the middle of everyday life. And then, suddenly, the footage shifts into funny and bizarre scenes no one could have predicted. Today, let's explore footage that is both breathtaking and entertaining. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. That morning in Alberta began like any other until the western sky suddenly flashed as if someone had switched on a giant light above. In multiple dashcam and security camera clips, the bright streak shot across the night sky in just a few seconds, but it was enough to give viewers chills. There was no loud explosion in the footage, no chaos, just one silent yet overwhelming moment. Sometimes nature does not need to destroy anything at all. It only needs to appear once to make millions of people look up. In the middle of a peaceful, snowy mountain landscape, part of the slope suddenly began to move. At first, it looked like a cloud of white dust gently sliding downhill. But within seconds, the entire mass of snow transformed into a giant wave. The footage from Lukerbad shows exactly why avalanches remain one of the most terrifying forces in high mountain regions. It does not rush down like water or swirl like smoke. It slowly swallows everything in its path with a cold, unstoppable speed. What is truly admirable is how mountain communities continue to live, stay alert, and recover after harsh winters like this. In Aosta Valley, the camera captured the moment a large slab of snow broke away from the mountainside and slid down like a torn white curtain. Viewers can clearly see beauty and danger existing in the same frame. Just one small change in temperature, wind, or the weak snow layer beneath can turn an entire mountain into an unstoppable flow. This is the kind of footage that pulls us in while also making us instinctively lean back from the screen, as if the avalanche is rushing straight toward us. Do you think this moment is more terrifying or more spectacular? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to see more unbelievable footage next. Not every avalanche is a sudden accident. In Chamonix, a helicopter was used to trigger a controlled avalanche, helping reduce the risk for the ski area below. The footage looks like a scene from an action movie. The helicopter flies close to the mountainside, and after just one small impact, an entire slab of snow begins to collapse. This is another side of dangerous nature humans cannot control. The mountain, but they can learn to read the signs, calculate the risks, and act before a real disaster happens. When a fire breaks out in a chemical storage area or an industrial warehouse, the scene no longer looks like an ordinary blaze. In the footage being shared, flames rise high into the air, black smoke rolls into the sky, and the orange glow reflects across the surroundings like a massive warning sign. Incidents like this always reveal how fragile industrial zones can be, where just one heat source, one chain reaction, or one small mistake can create a scene that puts an entire area on edge. The bright spot is the emergency response, as rescue teams have to control every minute to keep the situation from spreading further. On a street that seemed completely ordinary, the road suddenly lit up and exploded from underneath. Underground electrical vault explosions are always chilling because the danger does not come from ahead, but from the very ground people are walking on. In the footage, sparks and smoke burst upward, causing pedestrians to panic and step back. This is one of those scenes that fits perfectly with an instant danger editing rhythm. Everything seems calm, and then, 1 second later, the ground reminds everyone that beneath the city lies a massive network of energy. If you were walking down that street, would your first reaction be to run as far away as possible, or pull out your phone and start recording? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to see more unexpected moments like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. A snowstorm is not dangerous only because of the cold. When powerful winds tear through residential areas, trees can become multi-ton objects capable of falling at any moment. In the clip from Portsmouth, a tree trunk struck a power line, creating a scene that was both sudden and frightening. There was no dramatic movie-style explosion, but the danger came from the fact that it happened right next to homes and streets. This is the kind of footage that reminds viewers that during a major storm, standing too close just to watch can be the wrong decision. Not every flood begins with rain. In Santa Teresa del Tuy, a major water pipe burst, sending water shooting out with incredible force and quickly turning the streets into a chaotic current. The sight of water rushing through a residential area makes it easy to forget that this was not a river, but urban infrastructure pushed beyond its limits or damaged. The scene was both strange and alarming because water is one of the most familiar parts of daily life, but once it escapes control, it can become far more powerful than anyone expects. A swirling column appeared in the Brazilian sky, thin but powerful looking, as if nature were drawing a dark line down to the ground. Video from locals shows the moment the tornado formed clearly enough for anyone watching to realize this was no ordinary cloud. What makes the clip remarkable is the contrast between everyday life and the extreme phenomenon unfolding in the distance. Such tornadoes may disappear quickly, but in those brief minutes, they are enough to remind us that the sky is always somewhat unpredictable. Not every whirlwind comes with a major storm. Sometimes, in an area that seems completely ordinary, a column of dust suddenly begins to spin, growing larger and moving almost as if it has a mind of its own. Near Masjid Kamil Hassan, the dust devil scene made many people stop and record because it looked both unusual and slightly frightening. Dust devils are often short-lived, but when they appear near homes, vehicles, or pedestrians, they instantly become a spectacle no one wants to stand too close to. Have you ever witnessed a strange natural phenomenon like this in real life? A like will help the channel bring you even more fascinating footage. If you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next unbelievable moment. In Manicaran Valley, the cliff doesn't collapse little by little. It crumbles like a wall that's just lost its support. Rocks, soil, and dust spill onto the road, blocking the path in an instant. This type of footage always feels incredibly real, as viewers can hear the panic of those standing nearby. The scariest part of a landslide isn't when the rocks have settled, but the seconds before people realize the entire hillside is moving. Luckily, many managed to get out of the way in time, showing that quick reflexes are sometimes the line between danger and safety. One shark is enough to catch people's attention, but one with an unusual color makes the clip feel almost surreal. When this creature appears, it does not need to do anything dramatic. Simply swimming across the frame is enough to make it feel like viewers are seeing a rare version of the ocean. This is the kind of scene that is both strange and fascinating because it reminds us that the deep sea still holds secrets humans have only seen a tiny part of. At first glance, many people might think this is a small snake raising its head in warning, but in reality, it is a caterpillar with the ability to mimic a frightening shape in order to protect itself. This is one of nature's smartest tricks. It does not need venom. It does not need to run fast. It only needs to make predators believe it is dangerous. This segment should be edited slowly with a close zoom in, then reveal the truth at the end to create a feeling that is both surprising and fascinating. Did you guess it was a caterpillar before the truth was revealed? Try leaving your answer in the comments, and if you enjoy strange secrets of nature, support the channel with a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. A car sits completely still, and then from every direction, a flock of sheep starts moving closer, surrounding it like an emergency meeting in the animal world. No one knows what the car did to attract that much attention, but the scene is far too funny to ignore. This segment can be edited in a light fail army style. No danger, no major chaos, just a human being temporarily asked for their papers by a very serious group of sheep. A store security camera captured the moment cows rushed inside as if it were a grand opening made just for them. The shop owner and customers tried to move out of the way, while the special guests marched straight through the home appliances with an oddly confident attitude. What makes this scene so funny is that no one had time to prepare. One minute it was business as usual, and the next the store had turned into a temporary cattle pen. This is the kind of footage that makes viewers worry about the damage while still being unable to stop laughing. A large tree can stand still for years, then fall in just a few seconds when the wind becomes strong enough. The footage from Casteldefels is the kind that instantly makes viewers think. Luckily, no one was standing right there. There is no need to add too much drama because the image itself already says enough about the power of the wind. It is a simple but important reminder during severe weather. The most familiar things, roadside trees, signs, and power lines, can suddenly become unexpected hazards. A bolt of lightning struck down, hit an electric fence, and the entire frame lit up in an instant. This is the kind of clip that can make viewers jump even without a loud sound. Lightning has a very dangerous kind of beauty. It appears incredibly fast, gives no warning, and then disappears, leaving behind a chilling feeling. This segment should be edited short, keeping the natural sound if there is any, because even a small crack, a tiny boom, or the sound of the person filming breathing heavily can make the scene feel more real. What does this moment make you think of first, the beauty of nature or its danger? Comment one word that describes how you feel. Then hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for the next incredible moments. After a series of chaotic scenes from nature, this technological moment brings a completely different feeling, tense but full of hope. The rocket leaves the launch pad, the system works through each stage, and then the landing test or controlled descent ends successfully. This is not a near accident, but proof that humans are learning to do things that once seemed impossible. If an avalanche shows how powerful nature can be, this scene shows that human persistence can be just as astonishing. A tire rolling across the road sounds ordinary until it starts moving as if it has a mission of its own. It avoids obstacles, crosses through the frame, and heads straight toward the one place no one wants it to go. Clips like this go viral because they make an inanimate object feel like it suddenly has a personality. This segment can be narrated in a fun way. No one called it, no one was driving it, but the tire still decided to show up at the exact moment everyone least expected. After so many scenes of nature showing its power, children playing in the snow bring a much lighter feeling. Some slip and burst out laughing, while others try to stand on the ice only for their feet to go one way and their bodies another. This is the kind of footage that does not need a big climax because the charm is in the real reactions. One small fall, one loud laugh, and the entire frame suddenly feels warmer, even with cold snow all around. Someone thought they had just created a piece of street art. The police, however, did not seem to agree. Clips like this often sit somewhere between comedy and a small lesson creativity is valuable, but not every wall is a free canvas. This segment should be narrated lightly without sounding too harsh, focusing instead on the moment the person involved realizes their masterpiece is about to come with a very uncomfortable conversation. If something can go wrong, sometimes it goes wrong right when the camera is on. Someone says it's okay, and an incident happens. A small object falls, triggering a chain reaction. A misstep becomes a moment replayed millions of times on the internet. This part should be edited quickly, each clip only a few seconds long, to create the feeling that the universe is playing a little prank on humanity. No malice, no tragedy, just moments that make everyone laugh because they're so perfectly timed. Some scenes make us laugh, while others make our hearts skip a beat. But whether it is a meteor, an avalanche, a tornado, an explosion, or a strange real-life situation, they all show that the world is far more unpredictable than we imagine. What stays with us most is not only the power of nature, but also the way people react, help one another, and keep moving forward. Which moment from today's video impressed you the most? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.